I want to move to this newer piece of information that we've got. The AP now reporting a few minutes ago that the DOJ says that the former president, Donald Trump's lawyers, will not object to the release of the Mar-a-Lago search warrant, which is the physical part of this document that hasn't been released yet on the DOJ website. So we hope and expect that we may see that very soon. With that, we go back to special report anchor Bret Baier. Bret, good to have you back with us. Your latest information that you're hearing on all of this.
Hey, Martha. So we reviewed the search warrant and the list. What we haven't seen, obviously, is the affidavit that supports that information, as you were just talking about. And that's really what would lay out the case that the magistrate signed off on, the information that they were looking for that they specifically listed. In the search warrant, it does have U.S. code and what exactly they're saying he's under investigation for, and that is technically potential obstruction of justice and violations of the Espionage Act. Now, listen, this is, as you talked about, TSSCI. Is the highest level of classification, short of special access, which is the nuclear material specifically, but TSSCI, there is one box in the set of 11 with classified materials that is found with various classifications and TSSCI documents. They don't list exactly what is in there. Now, we've been talking, and you talked to Kash Patel about the declassification process, and I was listening very closely because I think that that's fascinating. This is unprecedented. Usually when a president goes through this process, they deal with the Director of National Intelligence, the DNI, and there's a process, and they say, I'd like to declassify this, and they go back and forth and say why it's yes or why it's no. In this case, towards the end of his administration, and you just heard Kash Patel say this, there is this broad sense that the president was declassifying all of these categories of documents without that DNI back and forth. Now, that has not been tested in a court. The Supreme Court has not weighed in on that. By the Constitution, the president has broad authority. He is essentially the executive branch to declassify documents, so that hasn't really been tested. That's just an aside. Yep. The other thing that I think you've talked about before is the early June subpoena, the meetings. They know what they have. There's something that happens in June. Maybe it's an informant. Maybe it's a Secret Service agent who says, we've seen other things. But then, as far as we can tell, there's no more communication. And then there's an August 5th request for a search warrant from the magistrate, Bruce Reinhardt. That time frame. And then it takes days before this search or raid or whatever you want to call it happens at Mar-a-Lago. The urgency that is required to get all of that action and to get to that level doesn't match the time frame or the pieces of facts that we know currently.
Indeed. Bret, thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.